I want to tell you guys a story. Adam Aron, the CEO of AMC, he's obviously diluted the company. In the past, he's made decisions that I don't necessarily agree with, some that I have agreed with, some that I can recognize as good for the company in the long term, and not necessarily great for shareholders in the short term. And through all of that, I've supported him. And my reasoning for this comes back to this moment. There was a time when he wanted to push more share dilution, right? He asked shareholders for an extra 25 million shares, and there was a split. There were some people that said, I trust you. I want what's best for the company. I'm going to vote yes. There were some that said, no, you have enough money in your war chest. Do what you got to do with that, and then we can talk. They wanted no. And in that division, Adam Aron recognized what the most powerful and useful asset of his company, which was the community, the people. And he decided, you know what? I see the division here. I see this is dividing people. This is not worth the conversation. Let's just wipe it. We'll take it off the table for now. We'll approach this at a different time because the most important thing is unity within the company. He recognized that, right? He recognized the most powerful thing that he has in front of his eyes, right? Now, I bring this up because I'm watching something that scares me a lot, right? It's very honestly surprising to see, and it's regarding a situation with Marc Cohodes, right? Now, I am not here to cancel people. In fact, I fucking hate cancel culture. I think it's the most ridiculous thing ever, right? I'm not here to tell you what to think, but only to think about what's happening. He has had an idea, which I actually think is a pretty decent one, right? It's the idea of a tokenized security, an STO, an NFT in the form of a 1-to-1 ratio matching out on shares so that you can essentially find if there is synthetic shares or shares that should not exist within the company circulating around, right? So it seems like a pretty sound idea. I've talked about it in a video before. It makes sense. The idea got shut down by Adam Aron. Right? The idea. That doesn't necessarily mean the person. Marc didn't necessarily get shut down by Adam Aron, but the idea did. And with that, there's been a lot of controversy with the idea, right? Which makes sense. Now, the reasoning for this is Marc Cohodes is most infamously known for being probably like a general of short selling. This guy is he's made a lot of money by betting against companies, and that's putting it very politely, right? Now, I'm not here to critique his past. I'm not here to say this man is with us or against us because of the things he's done in the past, but I am judging, current behavior and current things that are going on. And that's what concerns me. Now, I told the story about Adam Aron and recognizing the most powerful asset, which is the people, the community, because that makes me trust him. And the things that I've watched with Marc in the previous couple days, 4 or 5 days, has struck me as dictatorship, to be completely blunt with you. The idea of blocking people because they don't agree with your idea or because they're questioning your motives, that doesn't make sense. What that does is create an echo chamber within Twitter to only confirm your own bias and your own objectives and your own direct line that you're trying to follow, right? It is not wrong to question a guy who has a history of being arguably, right? This is an opinion, a predatory short seller, right? That doesn't mean he's not having good intentions now, but it does mean that it's fair to ask. That's on the table. You have the right to be able to ask those sort of questions, and you should very easily be able to answer any questions, right? And even if it's not related to that, you can ask anything about his motives. He should be able to answer that instead of what we have seen, which is the block thing, right? I do not believe, I'll tell you this, in my history on Twitter, I've only ever blocked one person. That guy literally had a troll for a profile picture, and that's for a reason. It's because I do not want an echo chamber, and I am not here to shut people out. That's not the answer. The answer is looking into other, opinions, other things that are happening in real life, and take that all into consideration, and then form your own decision from there, right? I do not like the behavior that I'm watching right now because what it is doing is creating a divide. The most powerful asset that we have as apes, as people, to make anything happen with changing the stock market, with making things move, is community, the people. That is by far the most difficult thing to obtain, is the people, right? Now, I'm not here to critique his idea. I'm not here to say he's right or wrong. I'm here to say that the behavior that I'm watching right now is scary. It's dividing people. And to be blunt, where I watched a lot of this division start was when Marc first stepped into the scene. And I'm not here to tell you, right? I think this guy's incredibly intelligent. I think he understands what he's doing. I'm not here to cancel this guy. I don't really care. I'm telling you to think critically, right? I think this is an important conversation that needs to be had. That is not the way, right? Splitting people, making you choose community versus one single person being essentially the savior, one single idea being the savior of everything happening right now. I don't believe in that, right? I think it's a great idea. I think it does have potential, but it was obviously shut down by Adam Aron. And I'll tell you this, I trust Adam Aron. Has he always made the decisions that I agree with? No. But do I think he has the best intentions in mind for people every single day? Absolutely. He's here to run a business. He's here to run a company. And if he wants to go back to the drawing board, Mark, with a new idea, come back to it to Adam Aaron, right? And it gets approved. I trust Adam Aaron, you know? But getting there, the journey, the path, to dismiss other people's opinions and questions, you cannot do that. That's not the way. And that's my stance, right? I don't want people to send Mark angry messages. I don't want any of that. But I've been asked and pinged a bunch about this situation, what I think. And I think that this guy, let me tell you this, right? He followed me yesterday. He doesn't follow me today. I'm not the sort of petty guy to care about that stuff, but that tells me something, right? It tells me that he wants people in his corner who are going to back his idea, and anybody who does not agree with him he's got blockers, right? Just think about it. That's all I've got for this. I'd like to talk about other stuff, but nonetheless, I hope you guys have a great Thanksgiving. We have really accomplished a lot of stuff, and I do think the apes have a lot more to do. And we can't do it without the people. We need the people. I myself, Mark himself, Matt himself, anybody themselves cannot accomplish anything. You can have the most money in the world, and you will not be able to accomplish what apes are trying to do. You know, you need the people. You need the people. That's the most valuable thing about this movement is the people themselves. And that's what I've got for you guys. Catch you on the next one. Much love, late taps. Have some turkey, couple drinks. Peace.